Good morning, modern steaders. We need to dig a big hole, big enough to bury a 2-year supply of propane for us. I wanted to do that yesterday, or at least start on it, but there was rain in the forecast, and I'm glad we didn't do it because we got a lot of rain overnight. I hand dug out some of the trench. That's still looking good. And now we need to dig the big hole. This is the hole we need to dig. This is the location we want it. And I am hoping that we don't find a rock like that in there, because that'll make this big hole even bigger. So, wish us luck.
I was just gonna say the same thing. That's a big hole and we have some big rocks. I'm hoping all those rocks are there and not here, and that goes good and simple. But dig a big hole around here. We'll see what happens.
We've had a few viewers send us up different little fuel pumps, and I'll tell you what, they have come in so handy. So this is either gonna go one of two ways. It's either gonna go easy or it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna say we're gonna run into a few big rocks because that just seems like what we have here for soil.
Really super close to the house, being really careful. Hopefully you don't hit anything, because that wouldn't be good. I don't know if you've ever been around wet dirt or stuff like that. It sometimes smells like animal poop. Really.
still gonna go further, but I just want to see how much further we need to go and check the depth. The depth is good. So we need to stop moving some of this dirt pile, so that way it's not in our way when we go to set the tank. Should be pretty close right there. I'll probably just have to get in there with a shovel and a rake, clean it up, put a little bit of sand down, and I think we'll be ready for tomorrow. Gotta get a few measurements. It looks like a little narrow right here. A whisker, not too bad, but I think I'll widen this bottom up. And then everything else looks good. So it's not supposed to rain today, but it's been misting on and off all day long pretty much. The beginning of the hole, I was kind of getting a little sketched out. We were hitting a lot of rocks, but we're just about done. I just want to clean up this left-hand edge, and we really didn't hit too many more rocks since the beginning, so that is good. I want to clean it up, then I'm going to get a little sand down, rake it out nice and smooth, and hopefully they'll show up tomorrow and they'll like what I did, and we can set the tank, and then they can start getting the lines in. That's the goal anyway, so let's get this cleaned up, and hopefully we don't get any rain overnight. You know what happens though. All right, the hole's looking good. I want to put a little sand in it to level it off. You guys might be asking, Al, why are you putting the hole there? It's kind of in a difficult spot. It is. Did it over here because it's out of the way. The other side of the house would have been easier, but we plan on building the main house later on that side. This house won't be a house at that point. It'll be our outdoor kitchen, our butcher shop, and our greenhouse. So I don't want to put the tank on that side of the house because I don't want to get into any trouble with the location of it. I probably could have put it right here, but for snow plowing, I don't want to have to worry about hitting the top that comes out. So I don't want to put it on this side of the driveway. Over here, it's far enough away where I don't have to worry about plowing it. So that's why we put it here. Trying to figure the location is kind of hard, especially with our weather. In the wintertime, we can get feet of snow. So sorry for that wind noise, boy. All right, the hole is done. Now we wait till the morning and get it set. Hopefully everything is the way they need it. If not, I left the excavator right there. Good morning, modern steaders. I am happy to report we didn't get any rain last night, but it is a chilly one this morning. 44 degrees up when I woke up, and they're calling for 59 for a high. Fall is here. But we're supposed to be getting our propane tank installed, and I am glad for that. That'll just feel like a nice little pressure off our shoulders. Just looking in the hole here, one tiny little cave in, not a big deal, and all that still looks good. I am looking forward to having the propane tank in, the generator installed, and then firing all that up, and then firing up the outdoor wood boiler. And that's kind of like the last of the big mechanical things here for the off-grid house. So that'll feel good. And the nice part about all this stuff, when we go later on and we start adding more stuff here to the property, like the main house, the workshop, greenhouses and stuff like that, this building is going to be the powerhouse. We're going to power everything out of this house. We have the heat running off of here. So once we get this stuff done, it'll feel a lot better, and it'll be a lot less things we have to do moving forward later on for other buildings. We're almost ready to hook up the thermostat and get it working. I'm going to get the wires hooked up, then I got to wire up the relay box, and we can give it a try. Too hot. There we go. I'm not ready to screw it to the wall yet, just in case we need to make some changes. All right, I'm gonna go turn the breaker on and see if it works. All right, heat. Just heard something click on. I don't know if that was the circulator. Should be, because it says heating. So let's go see if that circulator's running. That pump's on. So we have power to our zone controller, but I have the wire for the circulator on the wrong communication side. So I just need to shut off the power, reconnect that, and then that should work with the thermostat. Let me do that and I'll be right back. All right, let me turn the power on. We'll give that a try. Should work. Let's see, it says heat. I think I heard it kick on in there, now heating. Power here, which we do, and then we should have power here, which we do not.
Here they come, and that's a big tank, and it's chilly outside, so I'm gonna stay in here as much as I can. I have wool socks on and a wool sweater.
All right, they just showed up with the tank. Can't wait to get that in the ground and start getting all the plumbing hooked up. All right, let's see if this works now. Let's go over and check the circulator pump out. It is working. I had it a little wired wrong. I didn't know if it was the thermostat, so I disconnected that. So let's go back over here. Okay, so that shuts off the circulator pump, turns it back on. You can hear it. So now we will shut that off, get the thermostat hooked back up, and see if that's working. If it isn't, we have to put a resistor in back there.
Your blue shirt is really making my wall look blue.
This wall is blue.
It's not
Just
blue.
like this wall is not gray either. This is like a tan. This was supposed to be a gray, and this was supposed to be a gray. And they're not.
I know what people will say is gray.
What's that?
Your wisdom.
My gray here. At least you got some kind of gray in your life, babe.
I love it.
Oh, I always try to go too high. There we go. This circulator pump is running now, and this one is also running off of the aquastat. This one is off the thermostat. So that is good. All right, I'm gonna turn this down. Shut off the circulator pump. There it goes, just shut off. And I'm gonna close everything up in there for my relay and all that stuff. And we're gonna call quits on that for today. And they just finished up setting the tank and doing all the lines. So now we can go and backfill once we get this done.
We're literally gonna shut the door on this project for now.
See ya. All right, now we can go outside and finish up the propane install. And soon we can fire up the outdoor boiler. We're ready to do that now.
Oh, that feels so great that you can hear that. Like, we wanted it done last year, but the way everything worked out and the weather, it just didn't happen. So to be ready for this is huge. And it's that time of year soon where you want to turn it on, so we're gonna hopefully beat that.
Yep, that's the plan.
Shut the door.
Shut the door. All right, so we have the gas line running from the tank to the generator. We have another regulator down there. We have a few stub outs. One, if we want to come back this way, if we ever need propane in the house. And then we have a stub out, so later on when we build, we can just run the propane from there, make another trench over to the other building if we need propane that way. Before we can run the generator, we got to get the propane tank filled up with propane. So we got to wait on a delivery now. Time to stop backfilling. reminds me of putting our septic tank in. I was really thinking that yesterday when we were digging the hole. All right, now we can put down our burial tape and our copper. So this way we can use a metal detector to find this. That covers the tank itself with sand. Get it leveled out, then I can backfill it and get it top dressed nicely to the level it used to be. Well, I was hoping to get the Cummins generator fired up today, but we weren't able to get the propane delivery, and the propane tank doesn't have enough propane in it to fire it up. And if that propane tank was full, that would weigh quite a bit. So we'll put it back together. It's all plumbed up. We're probably just gonna have to bleed it, and then we get a program, because when the generators come ready for natural gas and we have LP, so I switched the valve, and now on the inside, the electrical part, I have to do some programming, and then we can fire it up. So hopefully in the next couple of days we'll be able to have them come and make a delivery. Can't wait to fire up this Cummins 20 kW generator and see how it works with our system. There might be some tweaking we have to do between the Cummins and our Lion Energy inverters. So can't wait to get that. I can't wait to get the Cummins generator online and see how that's going. We just need propane. All right, so I dug the hole for the propane tank. I can't talk. I dug the hole for the propane tank to the specifications they gave me. And that, I call it a trash bin, sticks up out of the ground. Not the end of the world, but in my mind, that was flush with the ground. So I'm just trying to refigure out how I want to grade this side of the house. I want to make sure the water runs the right way. So I have some dirt still behind me right here. So I'm just trying to figure out how I want to grade this. If I keep this around the level we had it, the trash bin is going to stick up that much. If I raise it up, we would either have to raise all of this up like to that level, which wouldn't be bad either, because when we have more of a flat spot, we just have to get some fill this in, and it would be nice, but we have to fill all that. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it and how we want to do it. So yeah, I was gonna finish filming, but I think I need to just walk around, visualize, and figure out what I need to do to get this right. I don't think I want that sticking up high like it is. So yeah, I'm gonna kick the ideas around in my head for a little bit, and then we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do.